Now, this is how you do it, Bob. When you're the British road race champion, as David Miller is, you lead your teammate Tyler Farrar to the money.
Fucking A, go Dave Miller! Go Dave Miller!
I have never seen David Miller ride as well as this. He's won stages of the Tour de France, but he is riding with such confidence now for his new team, Slipstream Spotlight.
JV, I just want to say a couple of words. Today it was like incredible. And I hope we can carry on like this, but I mean, the way we're racing today, it was so much fun, and I think we kind of made a good impression. And even you take it.
Time trials are shorter events during stage races, you know, usually around 25 miles long. It's an event that is individual as opposed to in the pack. There's no drafting. It's simply fastest rider wins.
So on our squad, we have David Miller, who is a national champion at this discipline, and Christian Vande Velde, who people wouldn't identify as a time trialist necessarily, is also quite strong.
David Miller is certainly looking for a great ride here this afternoon.
And Miller looks though he's got his rhythm and got it good. The British champion is sprinting home, and David Miller comes up, hits the line. Best time, 31.15. Miller is back.
Now, Phil, there are just 3 more riders out on course. We're waiting to see how they perform.
Levi won.
With how much?
Not quite sure. I'll go find out, but you still have to do the podium.
Almost the win. Dave Miller's always had, you know, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, you know, engine natural potential of anyone in cycling. He's just, as long as he's got good influences around him and people that understand his mind, then he's going to continue to grow as a rider, and I think we're just seeing the first evidences of that now.
And Christian?
Christian was a surprise to me. That was a surprise. Yeah, Christian, that's fucking awesome.
Christian Vande Velde started out as just a born winner. He's been on some of the biggest teams in the world, was Lance's teammate in his first ever Tour victory in 2001. He's always been a very talented and very strong rider, but for one reason or another, he's never been thought of as a leader. He's always just been a team worker or domestique. The physical ability is unquestionably there. It's a matter of him believing that, which I think it's a long bridge to cross for him.
Christian? Yeah. Do you mind doing the press conference today? I never have. You always like to no, I guess not. You want to do it or you don't? Yes, no? No. You don't want to do it?
Well, yeah, fine, I'll do it.
Okay.
Cycling, you know, it's a lot of time by yourself, and it's a lot of time to think about how, man, I'm really suffering today. I'm not good. This guy looks really good. He's going to kill me.
Called Jonathan right away.
I was very close to retiring in 2005. I actually called Jonathan and told him, you know, I'm done. How about I come back and be a director for your under-23 guys? He was the one who actually, you know, convinced me, no, why don't you give it a little bit more time?
Please welcome Slipstream Chipotle! Here we go, little campaign for everybody!
As well as they did at Tour of California with 2 guys on the podium, the Tour of California is not owned by ASO, which owns the Tour de France. So no one was really sure how much that would play into ASO's decision on whether or not to invite Slipstream to the Tour de France. Well, Mike Friedman obviously loves his sport, and the commitment to anti-doping, the commitment to being clean is a very personal thing to him. In 2007, he had 2 clots in his right lung, pulmonary embolism.
The doctor walks in, and the first thing she asks me is, so what kind of drugs are you taking? you're a cyclist, right? You're a professional athlete, so what kind of drugs are you taking? You taking EPO? And it infuriated me.
Blood boosters, which are used by endurance athletes to enhance performance, can thicken the blood and lead to clotting. So the question was a logical one, but for Mike, it was not a logical one.
JV and Doug called me right away, and there was a press release that goes out that, I'm in the hospital with a pulmonary embolism, and all of a sudden there's all kinds of drug accusations. I must have been on whatever, because I had a pretty good season in 2006.
The anonymous message boards on the internet were lighting up with the news that Mike Friedman was sidelined with a blood clot, and what did this mean? And he was probably a doper like all the rest of them.
And JV, he stood by my side for the whole thing, and even defended me verbally and called people when it was necessary to defend me. And that meant a lot.
It wasn't just an abstract concept anymore to him. All of a sudden it was, oh my God, this really attacks who you are when you dope.
Swan-hearing, it was okay for the first year, and then the second year it was okay for about 3 months. Not good. This is definitely gonna be I probably won't help the team anymore. I think I need to close this chapter maybe. It's a really stressful job, and Danny's job is really stressful. And, the last thing he wanted to do was lay in bed at night and hear me vent about my day and being stressed out because he's, stressed enough, so.
Just hearing it all day.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever plan on having kids in the future, or you ever thought about it, or plan it, or?
Talked about it.
Yeah, we don't know.
The number keeps getting less and less.
Yeah, at first it was like 3. Oh no, 2 sounds good.
We're down to 1 now.
Now we're down to 1. Now we're down to. Yeah, we don't even know. We'll see. My degree was basically journalism and political science, so I'm really wanting to get back into that. I've always wanted to be a news anchor or a roving reporter or that type of thing, just be out there. I like talking with people and that sort of thing, so it's so funny. Stop. He is so unsupported. This is why I'm not... He's not into it, but I guess we'll see.
Paris-Roubaix is, I think it's the oldest one-day cycling classic in the world. The race traverses pretty much every Roman cobbled road that they can find, and they're actually fascinating old roads, and you can tell that they haven't been repaired much since then. Biggest factor is just your ability to go tearing into pounding of cobblestones, and just bam, 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 over and over and over again, and it literally feels like you're going to break something. Every year there's always massive crashes in Paris-Roubaix. I mean, it's a war. I mean, the race is a war. It's, just like Northern France was in World War I. I mean, it's trench warfare. It's just lobbing grenades back and forth, and eventually somebody wins and somebody dies.
The cobbles change from country to country? Yeah. These ones are, like Northern France is particularly bad because they're sort of curved, and there's about that much space in between every cobblestone.
Oh, so everything's a rush. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Basically, last time you saw me, I walked out the door with broken collarbone. I worked my ass off really to get back into shape, and I feel ready.
Well, Magnus is a classic specialist. Paris-Roubaix is his specialty race, and really the reason he's on the team is that we really think that we can, have a Paris-Roubaix winner. I think Paris-Roubaix is a race that captures the imagination of a lot of people and a lot of the fans that we really wanted to reach to, and it's a race the American public loves, and I want a guy who can, maybe win Paris-Roubaix, and he's the guy that fits the bill.
It doesn't get any bigger than this, except for the Tour, but this is basically the same level as the Tour.
This is a one-day race. I mean,
This is, like, in terms of one-day racing, this is the equivalent to winning the Tour de France. You know, you can win this run and make your career for 10 years. I think he doesn't know it yet, but I think he's going to go find it pretty good, go well.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Thanks for having me. It's more than just sharing dinner and dessert with each other. It's like having a brother, an older brother who's experienced more than I have and can share. You know, it's like having a close friend. You know, he certainly looks out for me, and I certainly look out for him, even though I don't have to. You know, if someone's going to mess with him, they're going to have to mess with me, and vice versa.
Hello everybody and welcome to our coverage of the 106th running of Paris-Roubaix over a distance of 259 kilometres.
There's Maggie Paxton as well in the blue and yellow. He's riding right at the front for Team Slipstream Chipotle. He's in fine form here. I think he too, Phil, despite having broken his collarbone in the Tour of Qatar in one of the first races of the year, he's got himself back to form for a race that he loves. And I have to say, to win this race, you have to have a certain affection for this race because it is really a little bit mad. There's another
huge crash there.
Fuck. We got him wheels, but his brake pad is broken too. Shit. Fuck, poor Maggie, man. That sucks. How do you brake?
Front and rear.
They brake like
Rims brake?
The one is the front wheel's cracked. It looks like he broke a spoke on the rear one because he came. I mean, we could see it coming out.
8 guys trying to go clear here. Big names in the world of cycling.
And there's a rider in this group, Phil, I have to say, from Team Slipstream Chipotle, and I think that could very well have been Martin Mascant.
It is Martin Mascant for Slipstream Chipotle. He's pulled away a very select group at 52 kilometres to go.
I remember halfway through Paris-Roubaix thinking we've got no chance of doing anything in this race now. And then out of nowhere, you know, in what was probably the most incredible ride for a neo-professional or first-year professional of the entire cycling season, Martin Mascant comes out and decides to start swinging with the established stars of world cycling.
These boys are just fighting it out, tooth and nail. All swords are drawn.
He's gonna top 10 his first Roubaix. That's amazing. It's an amazing ride for a kid of 24. Bad luck for Maggie. Very, very good day for the team, though.